Alright guys, welcome back to the channel where we track down, body snatch, and react to nothing but the wildest videos I can find on the internet. So whether you like it, love it, or hate it, we're going to react to it. Today I got an interview from the whyfiles, and AJ is actually interviewing Scott Walter, and some of the things that Scott has found was pretty freaking impressive. So I figured I'd bring it to you guys because this is insane. Listen to what this dude's got to say. And I've gone through most of the other BS just to get to this. So.
Branch of the order that came from Saint Sulpice in Paris, France, which is just a few blocks down the street from Notre Dame Cathedral, which is about 2 blocks away from that plaque that Tim told you about, where Jacques de Molay was not burned at the stake, roasted.
He was roasted at the stake.
He was roasted, so he would suffer more.
Right.
So
Montreal's a Templar city.
hell yeah.
Okay.
That's a great story too. The Yeshua scroll is not at our lodge. We went back to the old land and laid it in the dirt, where the bear eats the moon. It is a right bite. Talico. Talico was CLY's indigenous name. He was married to an indigenous woman. This is late 1800s, early 1900s. What the hell is he talking about?
I don't know.
I do.
Is he giving indication where that scroll is?
Yes. So there's one scroll.
Why burn the rest? Okay.
I was upset when I read that.
Yeah,
That's in a different document, but I was extremely upset when that happened. So that takes us all the way to Roberta gave us a bunch of 6 encrypted messages. One was invisible, but the rest were coded. Everyone is different. That's the thing about these encrypted messages. Everyone's different. Some will have a different cipher phrase. They use different alphabets. You know, some are in Theban. I mean, and just because you get one doesn't mean you're going to get the rest.
Right.
They're all different. But we've done so many of these, and of course Don has a lot of experience. We've been able to figure them out. So
you've been able to figure out the cipher phrases?
Yes. Yeah, and we're going to do one. We're going to do one, okay? So flash forward.
Now this gets even better, guys. Just pay attention to what's going on.
Now,
listen to what he's
last
talking
June.
about.
I'm at the Cosmic Summit, speaking, literally giving a lecture. Don calls me, but I was speaking, so I had my phone up. I didn't know. I get off the stage. Oh, Don. I get alone. I go, Don, McMaster's died. What? I thought he and Bill didn't get along. Well, apparently they got along. And in July, he drove down to New Jersey to meet with the executor of his estate, and he gave him 2 things. This.
Wow. So McMaster's was holding out. Roberta didn't have everything.
What do you see?
I see characters and then the Roman date.
And you see what at the bottom? That's CLY Sigla.
Oh, okay.
And that's a pseudonym, by the way. Clyphus Licinius Jarvo. But every scribe throughout the tradition took on the same name, because what they're doing is updating the Templar records and their treasure maps. Gee, if you're the scribe for the Templars and you're doing their treasure map.
This dude really did his homework.
Do you think maybe some people might want to talk to you?
Yeah, I'd use a different name.
Yeah, use a different name. But they use the same name throughout time.
But shouldn't the Templars want
23rd.
Shouldn't Templars want to copy this again and pass this down? Isn't that part of the...
This is the last
This
time.
is it?
This was the last. It says in another message, this is the last time. Last done in 1908. And that's when this guy was around, and that's everything. The papers all seem to fit. Although this stuff is more modern, and you'll see why in a sec.
Why would it be the last time? Is a mission complete?
You want me to be totally honest?
Yes.
I think that they knew what was coming. They understood procession. They knew shit was going to hit the fan.
It's all happening at once.
It's all happening right now.
It's happening right now.
And I don't want to get too over the top. But this is a big deal. What's happening right now in the world. Everything that's happening. It's like everything's spinning backwards. But as we talked about, after the storm comes the light if you get through the storm.
Right.
So what you and I are doing right now and what Tim is doing and a lot of our other people that are of like mind and like goals, right? And when I say to people is I want to make the world a better place. And I've been saying this for a long time, not just for you and me, but our children and our grandchildren and the ones we'll never meet. We've had a wonderful upbringing. This is an amazing world. It's a beautiful world. And people are wonderful. You're a great dude, man. I'm having a ball.
Me too.
But I want my kids to experience that. I want my grandkids. So we got to get the job done here. Right now, it's...
I agree. I worry about what my son's kids are going to live through.
Yeah. I mean, it's time for us to raise our swords and go to battle.
I agree.
And this is our sword right here. So, here's what this one says. In Theban, due to increasing storms, the order thinks the scroll is not safe now. We move to the mainland. Trees cut, stumps remain, moss covered. And
listen to what's going on here, guys. This is amazing. The shit that he's uncovering right now is astronomical.
Roman numbers, 1933.
This makes me have a whole different perspective on religion. Crazy.
Now Sherlock here initially thought increasing storms meant weather. I've been to where this place is, obviously. And I thought, gee, that'd take a lot of rain for the water to go up. And then all of a sudden, and Jerry Lupkin said, Scott, I think it's a metaphor.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, shit. Hello? Events leading up to World War II.
Sure.
The Nazis.
So move from where? Where were these artifacts?
On an island.
Were they? Is it Oak Island? No.
In a lake in the Adirondacks.
Okay.
Way the hell. There to this day, no roads, no cabins, no houses, no nothing. So, in 1934, there was supposed to be a meeting of all the extant Templar orders that still existed in Europe. And it was called the Council of Fiducie. And what they were going to do is figure out what they were going to do with the secrets that they were holding. Now, Tim may have told you this, but the Nazis were not just rounding up Jews and gays and people they didn't like. They were also rounding up Freemasons. Because in Freemasonry, as you go through, you're being vetted. And you might be invited to other orders depending on certain things. I know that because it's happened to me. So if you round up all of the Freemasons, you're going to get Templars too. And they probably would be interrogated and tortured and give up information.
Yeah, Hitler wanted all this stuff.
He wanted all of it. Mm-hmm. And you know that he was fascinated with the Templars, with the Grail, but he was interested in what they knew. One of those things was technology, like the Bell Project. Anti-gravity.
Die Glocke, yes.
You got that from the Templars.
That's from the Templars.
It's a Templar secret.
Yeah, that supposedly comes from Vimanas back in ancient times.
The Glocke.
Could be Atlantean technology.
I would put my money there.
Yeah.
Definitely. So the council never happened. So a lot of those orders that survived fled to the United States and hid their stuff over here, including the Yeshua scroll.
Hara.
Now the next part says,
check this out.
Captain Marchand.
Hara, listen to what this dude's saying about Jesus. This blew my mind. I was watching it yesterday, and this has got to be one of the craziest things I've ever heard. But he's got evidence, so just watch.
Repackages and reburies the scroll. And then he says some more stuff. I forget now. 1953.
50, okay.
CLY the 23rd. So this isn't a family thing. This is whoever the document reproducer was, is a tradition that was passed on. And the Cistercians and the Templars had scriptoriums in their monasteries, and they had brothers. All they did was copy and recopy manuscripts.
Right.
So this is not. This is expected. This isn't. Wow, that's cool. This is expected. So on the back though is another invisible message.
There is?
Yeah. Where's your light? Oh, there it is.
Listen,
There is.
Can you read it?
this
Captain
dude's done this
Marchand
homework.
dies.
Okay.
1903
Hold on.
exact. 73 exact location of scroll lost.
This dude has done some serious homework on this. Location of scroll lost to us. See, there's all these encrypted messages that's going on. Like, this is all, just listen.
Lost to us.
It's
Yes.
crazy.
With the hooked X.
With the hooked X.
There's the hooked X again.
So I read this,
Oh no.
and I'm like, I'm not
They're
wasting my
saying he's
time on
alien.
this. But I think what happened is if a bad guy.
They're saying that Jesus Christ was alien. Watch. Which makes sense, right? We don't know who Jesus' dad was. Why would they hide that? Or, you know, how would a woman get pregnant without something impregnating her?
Got a hold of this. And clearly they were worried because they moved the scroll, right? Maybe some Nazi spies were coming over. Well, since they mentioned Captain Marchand, we'd like to have a talk with him. Oh, he's dead. Can't talk to him.
Scroll's gone.
And maybe we should talk to the, oh, we don't know where it is. It almost turned me off to go look for the scroll.
So that's a red herring?
It's a false flag.
False flag.
Exactly. It's a red herring. And it almost worked on me. But I don't want to be an older man and go, I wished I would have gone.
No.
So we went. And McMaster's estate gave Don something else. This map.
That map. We'll put these on the screen for everybody, but looks like two islands?
Mm-hmm. So they moved them from these islands
Yep.
to the mainland. Now, you see those four?
Mind you, he's talking right now about the sand runes out wherever the fuck he's saying he found them. But these sand runes were written in North Scandinavian runes. And it's got quite the message on here.
Dots.
I do.
Those are giant glacial boulders that are taller than this table.
So you found this place.
Been there.
Okay.
Yes. We took a float plane in because there's no roads there. And so we rented a float plane. We flew in, and this guy brings fishermen in.
It says scroll there. Is that
Hara, listen, I'm just telling you what this dude's saying, and he's got evidence. Like, how do you fight that? How do you, like, we can verify all of his evidence.
buried? Is that the scroll?
That's the scroll.
Listen, and don't hate me for it. Please don't hate me for it. I'm just saying this is something that blew my mind. That's something that I just found out yesterday, and I wanted to share it with you guys.
So if you go back to, that's a whole nother thing. That has to do with the skull, but we digress.
Okay.
So right here it says 320 degrees, 138 feet. And from this right boulder, it says 138 feet with what kind of looks like that. So we go there, and I pull out my compass. And those four glacial boulders are sitting right on the edge of the shore. I stand in front of the one. I set my compass to 320 degrees, paced off 138 feet. Got the metal detector out. Ding, ding, ding.
This isn't my
You're
opinion.
kidding me.
Dug it up. It was a little aluminum vessel for camping, cooking.
Right.
When you're camping, garbage. But you know, when you have your compass, you could be off by a couple degrees, and even at 138 feet, you could be off by tens of feet.
Sure.
So we just went in an arc, moved up a little bit, kind of on the top of this little hill. Ding, 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 got another hit. 1950s era Coke can.
Are you killing me?
Moved over a little bit more.
He's striking out right now.
Ding, 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 ding. The first thing I pulled out was a 10-inch long aluminum nail. And I'm like, this isn't trash.
Mm-mm.
Maybe somebody dropped it. Or maybe not. Ding, 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 ding. It's still binging. And now we're right up against a stump that had been cut, covered with moss. And it was old because I could just tear it apart with my hands. So I started digging.
Did you connect this with the message at this point, the moss-covered stumps?
Well, of course.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, hell yeah.
When were you up there?
August.
So this just happened.
This just happened. So I'm digging, and my friends kept, dinging like this. And all of a sudden, I reach in, literally going under the stump, and I pull this out. And I'm standing here like this, and there was a metal can on top. And I'm like, no way. But my heart was saying, way.
Mm-hmm.
And it was filled with sand.
Inside the jar?
In the jar, totally filled with sand. But I could see, I was moving it like this, and I could see little black things in there. They looked like coins. The top, when you took the tin top off, or the metal top off, this was covered in wax, sealed with wax,
Right. Okay.
because there was paper inside.
Sure.
And so I took that aluminum nail and I knocked off, and then I poured the sand and what I thought were coins and this long scroll, which was wrapped in this beautiful orange designer
I don't know yet.
placemat that had a little
Hara just asked if my my watch time is increased. Probably not by much, but I think it has.
design on it and a signature. We tracked it down.
You gotta
It was a designer.
you gotta make sure you're sharing the live and the content out with everybody. In fact, share. What up, Miss Louie? All right, so just to give Miss Louie a heads up about what's going on right here. This gentleman, Scott Walter, right here on the screen, did his hold on, let me just rewind a little bit. Hara Samantha is one of my followers from TikTok, and Hara has been one of my followers here on YouTube for a while, so she's family as well. All right, so back to this. This dude is about to break down with evidence. He speculates that Jesus might be an alien. So listen to what he's got to say before you bite my head off.
Napkin made by an artist in the East Coast that did beautiful work. We found that exact same placemat was made between 1950 and 1957, 1953.
Right.
This prune juice jar was made by a company that started making these in the 1940s. That works.
Yep.
The paper we're about to show you was 1880s from Wausau, Wisconsin. Everything fit. So we unwrap the paper,
Carefully.
and the first thing we
Carefully.
get is this. Now these are copies.
Yeah. Now
Has to
this
be-
is wild. This is Italian.
Yeah. That was the first thing we saw.
Il potere sono dentro la gora e Dio splenditore. So I can translate this.
Oh, AJ just knows Italian.
And it says,
It says the power of the glorious God is within us and with other people. Oh,
Yes.
30 plus Sony.
Basically, what it's saying is that the
To other
power of
people.
God is within all of us and surrounds you and other people. The way I look at that, you go to a concert and you're vibing
Yeah, the energy.
and the energy, or you have a really good conversation with somebody that you just hit it off with,
Yeah.
right? That's that energy that they're talking about here.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
It's a real thing. And everybody can identify when they have a magic moment with other people, right?
This
Hey,
makes you think of
Alex.
Gnosticism as well.
Alex, I think Alex is new to the chat, everybody. What's up, Alex? Good to have you with us.
The
Exactly.
power of God is within you.
So what's below there?
This is some type of formula.
Yeah.
I don't recognize it.
I don't recognize it either, but other people do, and basically it has to do with quantum physics.
What?
All right, now listen to this. They're talking about quantum physics in Jesus' day. Hold on. It gets better.
Do you know more about that?
Yeah, but um, I think we want to get to the best part.
Yeah, we do.
This is a whole
Yeah,
nother,
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
this collective is crazy. So then we opened it up and we got 6 pages.
So
Well, 3 pages with stuff on each side.
these came out of the green jar?
Yeah.
Are these actual size?
Actual size.
So just grids of characters and numbers. I think you said this is scripto continua, meaning
Yes.
just one long line of text.
There's some areas that give us a little bit of help, but it's basically scripto continua.
So the cryptography nerds will know what that is, and this the cipher phrase would be a visionaire
So
cipher.
I want you to hold this piece right here. Okay?
Yep.
I'm reading you guys.
Because after we found this, of course, the first thing we did is drive right down to Don. Don had gotten in a car accident at the end of May and broke his shoulder, and he was messed up. He couldn't go with us. So the first thing I did was I made copies of this, and I gave it to him, and then we went to the hotel, and we started deciphering. We didn't leave the hotel for 2 days.
How did you know how to decipher this?
It took time.
I bet.
Okay, so
I had a friend who was an older gentleman, actually, that he was actually my teacher, the teacher I worked for in prison. He used to work on the nuclear subs. And this dude was like one of the baddest cryptologists ever. He could You could literally just have a couple of lines, like instead of putting letters in a sentence, you could just put all undercase, like little underscores, and he could tell you, he can decipher that. I don't know how, but he did it. But this is so crazy, the shit they're talking about right here, guys. It's about to get really, really interesting. So,
This is on the last will and testament?
yeah, isn't that weird?
That's weird.
I don't know what that is, but that's what it says.
Everything means something to me.
let me just rewind that.
And I gave it to him, and then we went to the hotel and we started deciphering. We didn't leave the hotel for 2 days.
How did you know how to decipher this?
It took time.
I bet.
Okay, so
this is on the last will and testament?
yeah, isn't that weird?
That's weird.
I don't know what that is, but that's what it says.
Everything means something to me.
Yes. Well, as it
Bring the
should.
cats on it
Okay.
after.
So, the first 8 lines. There's that number again.
How many columns are there? 6, 9, 12, 15, 17?
17.
Yeah. So here's what and this is just one-to-one letter substitution. This one was easy. I did this one in 45 minutes. This is what it says. The 325-year compilation of old and new writings is not the infallible word of God, but the fallible compilation of the Roman Catholic Church to support their doctrine.
Did you hear that? They're saying the Bible ain't even real. Oh my God, dude. Let me see if I can play that.
New writings is not the infallible word of God, but the fallible compilation of the Roman Catholic Church to support their doctrine.
Oh
Mm.
my goodness.
That is the most succinct and perfect way to sum up the Council of Nicaea.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Oh
beautiful.
my God, dude.
We got that right away. And so you know what we did then?
What?
Tighten the seatbelts.
Yeah, that's.
That's heavy.
Mm-hmm.
It's about to get thicker.
The next part, which is 6 lines of strange characters.
Yes.
Okay. That alphabet we've seen before, but this was slightly modified. Same characters with additions, but we recognize that we were able to figure it out. Says this, translated from the original Aramaic by Brother Simon for the poor knights of Christ.
The Templars.
That's what they used to be called before they were called the Templars.
Yep.
Now, I got all hung up on the poor knights of Christ. What the hell's the?
Right. What is that?
Well, guess who figured it out?
Janet, probably.
Don.
Don. Of course, Don.
Usually it's the goddess, right?
It usually is.
It was Don. He goes, it's a tell. And then I went, oh my God. The first the is telling you. The rest is the cipher.
Holy shit.
Poor Knights of Christ is the cipher
That's
phrase.
the cipher phrase. Hollywood's going
Which
to want
guy, me?
a word with you.
Guess how many letters are in that cipher phrase?
How many?
How many bones in your skull again?
What did we say? 20?
2.
22.
None of this is coincidence.
No, it's not.
It's so
The next
funny.
part, which is in Numbers,
Right?
encrypted by Brother Leonidas for the Order of the Grail, 1897. So let me tell you one thing we did not talk about on the Kensington runestone. Remember I talked about the codes? I told you about the dating code.
Yes.
I didn't tell you about the Grail code.
No.
The first 4 letters, remember I did that microscopic work and I put them in the folder?
Yes, the unknown mystery runes are...
The first thing was the number 8. The very next thing is the word G in Gotlander. And there's an extra dot in the upper right arm that doesn't belong there.
So this dude's connecting everything from the Holy Grail to the Knights Templar to... Bro, and he's still going further and further back. It gets crazier and crazier as this dude talks. But the thing is he's got all the evidence sitting in front of him. And all this can be fact-checked. Everything here can be fact-checked, guys.
Went in the folder.
I wouldn't put it on here if I couldn't
The
fact-check.
next letter singled out was the word
Well,
was the letter
as much
R.
as you can
It
fact-check
had a
something.
dot right through the lower right leg. You can't miss it. Doesn't belong there. Put it in the folder. The next thing was a hooked X that had another hook. Normally the hooked X has a little hook in the upper right arm.
Yes.
This one had a hook on the lower left leg. Put it in the folder. By the way, the hooked
He
X
hasn't
is
even
being
gotten-
used on the Kensington rune
He hasn't even gotten to the part where it's actually Jesus' writing.
stone for the letter A. And it looks remarkably like the Hebrew, straight line stonemason's version of the Hebrew Aleph,
The letter A.
which is the first letter in the Hebrew alphabet. It's being used for the letter A within the Kensington inscription.
So we've got GRA in the folder.
Remember that funny L?
Oh no, you're kidding me.
Well, there's another one
Okay.
that has the one I talked about, which is the dating code in Sinclair.
Yep.
That goes all the way across on both of the vertical lines. But there's another one just before that, an L that has a little mark on one side. Put that in the folder. What do we have?
GRAL.
Which in medieval Old Swedish is Grail. That Grail. Could this be the same order?
Hara, What you just said right there, I couldn't agree with you more. You are a quick typer. Uh, so basically, there was a comment saying that she wasn't being rude, and that's, let's see, it's not the first copy, which we all know that Bible isn't the first copy. It's been written and rewritten. It's like the game Telephone. It's been, it doesn't even have the original writings of the Bible didn't even have the name Jesus in it. The word Jesus wasn't even in the original Bible. And on top of that, there's books missing out of the Bible.
It has to be. It's too many things line up.
I'm liking it.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm going with it.
Okay.
I think you have to. It. Yeah, L.
Which in medieval Old Swedish is grail. That grail. Could this be the same order?
It has to be. It's too many things line up.
I'm liking it.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm going with it.
I think you have to. Everything just lines up.
This is too much. Okay. Okay, now we're going to get into the meat, and then we're going to get to the finale.
Hara, no apologies necessary, though. We understood what you were saying.
So the rest of this is numbers that
Yep.
go on for that page, the next page on the other side,
Right.
this page and that page, all the way to here.
Why do we have spaces here? Do those mean something?
Well, just in the beginning.
Right.
And I think maybe they were trying to help. I don't know.
Okay.
But it goes all the way to here. Okay? But I don't want you to see this yet.
Okay.
You guys make sure you're liking and sharing the content with
And I'm just going to read it.
not bots.
MF.
Okay, so
MF.
now listen to this. This gets even crazier, dude. You're about to hear some shit right now.
That's what it says. MF equals MG. You can do it.
MF equals MG.
It's an acronym.
Male, female?
Close. My father.
My father.
My God.
My goddess?
God.
Oh, my God. My father, my
Could be
God.
goddess.
Or goddess.
You know what? Why couldn't it be the goddess? We assumed. See, this is what you got to be careful of, is assuming. You just said goddess, but we said my God. Let's see. Okay, let's keep going. So MF, my father, equals MG. So it's either my God or my goddess. Father, Genesis chapter 1. Let us make man in our own image. Genesis chapter 1 plus 3, 5, 16. Let us make man in our image. In the image of God made he him. To make more, he needed a female, so Eve. They made Cain and Abel. Cain slew Abel, and MF put his mark on him. IHN.
What's
In
IHN?
his name.
In his name?
In his name, right.
That's what we think. And banished him to Nod, so none there would kill him. But if Adam, Eve, Cain are the only people, who is in Nod?
Right.
That's another thing too, right there. Is this, honestly, I have a hard time believing Adam and Eve were the first people on this earth. And if they were the first people, they definitely came from somewhere. Just saying.
Hello? How can they be the first people
Right.
if they got banished to a city that's got people? Know this. Then they were not the first people, but the first Jews. Chapter 6, 5, 2. Chapter 6, 5, 2. It says it twice. I don't know why. And the sons of MF saw the daughters of men and found them pleasing in their sight, and came and knew them. And they settled in the land of Nod, where Cain was sent. So their children enjoyed life for its pleasure.
Again, you guys, do not hold this against me. All I'm doing is sharing something that I've learned that there is another possibility out there. Okay. Uh, I don't know all of the facts. Okay. I'm too new on this earth to know all the facts. So don't be upset at me, but finish hearing him out. Let's see what he's got to say now. Because this is still, it still gets crazier.
Both male, female, male, male, and female, female.
Oh my.
This does not procreate or honor MF, so he destroyed them all. But
For sure, I want you to.
flood nor fire succeeded. Thus,
Do you
the
hear what he's
sons
saying?
and daughters of natural man filled the earth. Yet nowhere did they mate with a Jew till Lisbeth. So let's back up. I take this as homosexuality is okay.
That's what I read.
I've always thought that. None of my goddamn business what happens
Same.
in people's bedrooms.
That's
Facts.
right.
Facts. And I've said that 1,000 times on my channel, guys. I don't care what your sexual preference is. It's none of my business. If you're my friend, you're my friend. If you're my family, you're my family. And I will treat you accordingly. Nothing to do with your sexual preference.
But
Ever.
this is a problem.
Well, or is it?
It's not for me, but it's a problem for the church.
Well, they might have to rethink that.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Well,
Do you see what I'm saying? So the Roman Catholics, or whoever they said, use the Bible as kind of their way of pushing their propaganda on everybody. Like, this shit, I can't even remember what the hell I was just thinking.
gets better. Till Lisbeth, who I think is
Oh, yeah, yeah. So they even took that shit out of there about homosexuality and all that. Like, wasn't, like, dude, this is blowing my mind right now.
referring to the mother of John the Baptist.
Yep.
This does not procreate. The sons and daughters of natural man filled the earth. Nowhere did they mate with a Jew till Lisbeth.
Come on.
Who's they?
Who's they?
Seeing it work in 6 weeks, showing signs of being pregnant.
Right.
The angel Anton came and knew my mother.
Right there, guys.
What's happening here?
What is going on here?
You tell me.
You tell me.
No, you tell
The
me.
angel Anton.
Knew my mother. Who's talking?
Holy shit, is this an autobiography? Is this Yeshua's autobiography in the first person?
Well, if you're not sure now, you're going to be.
Oh, okay. I watch my language.
No. You
That
can
was
say
my
whatever you
head
want.
exploding.
It's your show. But Jan and I chose MF. Then know this, Adam and Eve could read or write. Thus the tree of life was not a tree, but a book that spoke. The fruit chapters numbered 1, 2, 3, etc. So, MF looked like man, except for intelligence, hence the book to store it all. MF and his wife Asherah, called Wisdom, who is referred to as Wisdom in the book of the Wars of the Lord, who calls down the silver beast. Her name was Wisdom. She's right here again. Rebuked his brother for having led Eve to open the book and sent him out of earth to Arcturus.
To Arcturus, the star.
Do you guys hear this? Dude, listen to this shit. This is fucking blowing my mind, guys. For real, for real.
Yeshua's autobiography in the first person?
Listen to this.
Well, if you're not sure now, you're going to be.
Oh, okay. I watch my language.
No. You can say whatever you want. It's your show. But Jan and I chose MF. Then know this, Adam and Eve could read or write. Thus the tree of life was not a tree, but a book that spoke.
Right here. Listen to this.
The fruit chapters numbered 1, 2, 3, etc. So, MF looked like man except for intelligence, hence the book to store it all. MF and his wife Asherah, called Wisdom, who is referred to as Wisdom in the book of the Wars of the Lord, who calls down the silver beast. Her name was Wisdom. She's right here again. Rebuked his brother for having led Eve to open the book and sent him out of earth to Arcturus.
To Arcturus, the star. What is Yeshua on about?
I'm just saying, man. I'm not saying, I'm just saying.
Okay.
This is what it says. And I can say this. We got this right. This isn't some screw up. And when this is published, and I'm going to publish this, you can decipher it for yourself. If you need help, I'll help you. It's not easy. It's freaking hard. But this is what it says. But he returns when called, for many follow him. Here, what of the serpent? Natural female mated with my uncle and got the creature with legs that crawled from the waters, and over time came to be natural man, strong and large of stature, worshiping its ancestor.
This is Jesus talking about evolution.
A fork in the road became the snake. Another natural man and woman. So if you follow me, whether you turn right or left, you will hear a voice behind you saying, this is the way, walk in it.
Damn.
That's what it says. There's a lot to unpack there.
There is.
Man.
And I don't think we're going to do all that today.
No.
But I want you to look at something.
Yeah.
This is the end of right here.
Okay.
See the numbers?
Yes.
There's something in English right here, the last line.
Now listen to
What does it
this.
say?
As I am allowed to say.
Boom. Nobody gets it that fast. Good job. Okay.
Is that Yeshua saying that? And who would not permit him to say?
Okay, well, we'll answer that question right now.
All right. So you guys know that this is, so far we got speculation. You know what I mean? We're just speculating that this is from Yusuf himself. You know what I mean? So, but it's just crazy, the shit that was said. Like, who else could it be?
Another notch. Because it's going to get real now, brother.
Okay.
So this is the message. Okay. So now look at that page.
Yep.
And turn it long way. Yep. Now, you see these letters? How many of these are on that page?
How many letters?
No, rows of letters, or lines of letters.
22.
No. This is 1, 2, 3, 4,
5,
6.
6.
Okay. Now flip it over and count the lines. 6 plus.
6 plus
8.
Just go right down.
17.
Plus 6. No, it's 22.
I didn't count the blank line.
No, you don't count the blank line.
Blank line.
Yeah.
It's 22.
22. Okay. So remember the cipher phrase?
Yeah.
Okay. So what you do is this. You set up a grid system.
All right.
I did this part. And you just put Power of God, or the Poor Knights of Christ. The Power of God is within you is another one from other messages. The Poor Knights of Christ. Then what you do is you start with the letter A. No A in that. No B in that.
All right, all right.
C, Christ. You take this first in messages for the last several years?
Yeah. He's from Arcturus.
I'm not saying.
You're just reading the message.
I'm just reading the message. I not entirely human. A rupture of the small intestines was not enough to kill me.
You hearing this?
I slowed my breath and was declared dead. My cousin
Listen.
of my father's side had me rest in the family tomb. Boom!
Until Easter, I guess.
Telpiat.
Talpiot, the family tomb.
Oh,
And is the rupture of the intestine the spear of destiny?
gotta be.
On the cross?
And, you know, it's right there.
It's right there.
The intestines come way up.
So he didn't die on the cross, he slowed his breath.
Remember, he's not entirely human.
That's what he said.
God. You guys, this is fucking Psst. Knock it off, you guys. You're crazy.
I'm not saying.
He said it. I'm not going to argue with him.
I'm sure. Now that I know he's alien, I'm for sure not arguing with him. My cousin of my father's earth father's side had me rest in the earth's fathers. So, okay. Had me rest in the family, in his family tomb. I healed myself, and my wife came and freed me.
Mary Magdalene.
Who's there
She was there
when he leaves the tomb?
at the resurrection. Yeah.
What the fuck?
We traveled to the north and preached a joint religion of male and female.
Congratulations, Hara, on your test results. Good job.
You know where the north is?
Where?
Scotland.
That's where they preached.
Went to France first and then to Scotland.
Dude, how
Beyond
is,
Hadrian's Wall. To the
you guys, how does this all, everything they're saying is lining up with the Bible? Dates, times. Like, Jesus didn't have a father per se. This is rocking me, dude. It really is.
Isle of Iona.
And there are local legends
All kinds of them.
talking
kinds
about Jesus
I've been
being
there. Yeah. We bore 2 children, Judah and Sarah. We know their names. Returned to Jerusalem. And finally, I ascended to my Father.
Test. An exam is a test. That's what we call it, an exam, a test.
My body returned to my cousin's family tomb.
Okay, I know what you meant. Good job, though.
I was doing a happy dance when I read that.
I know.
Do you see what I'm saying? Jesus didn't have a dad in the Quran. He didn't have a dad in the Bible. He didn't have a dad anywhere. Why? How did somebody get pregnant? Get the fuck out of here. A miracle. She was born with a sperm in her? No. Fuck. That's harder to believe than it is that an alien came down and impregnated his mom. I'll believe that.
My spirit will return at the end of the 6th day, June 6th, by the new counting, 2,999 at 6 p.m. So said my Father. But beware. 666.
And you guys, please pardon my French and my foul language I just have a potty mouth. It doesn't matter if I'm talking about religion or going to a barbecue. I've done 17 years in prison. It's hard for me to control my mouth now.
26
So I
at
apologize
6
about that.
p.m.
This June, he could.
I'm just reading it.
Did you hear that?
That's my interpretation.
Well, Council of Nicaea would have rearranged the calendar by now, by when this was written. Yes.
I'll
So
rewind it. Just
he would know those.
here.
The happy dance when I read that.
I know.
My spirit will return at the end of the sixth day, June 6th, by the new counting, 2,999 at 6 p.m. So said my father. But beware, 6/6/26 at 6 p.m.
This June, he could.
I'm just reading it. That's my interpretation.
The Council of Nicaea would have rearranged the calendar by now, by when this was written. Yes. So he would know those dates.
You guys think of everything that's happening right now in the world and tell me that's not a plausible outcome. We are, listen, if we ain't in the end times now, I don't know when the fuck the end times will ever. Some people are a prophet, they did fire turned cold, and the prophet made it past the ocean by touching it, so well could someone not be burnt without. What? Then another prophet made a path to the ocean by touching it. So, listen, at this point, we don't know. You know what I mean? We just don't know for sure what happened. Without seeing it ourselves, how can we know? By what somebody else told me? You know how many times I've been lied to in my life? They're still saying we went to the moon. What?
Would he?
6/6, June 6th. This
And now 6/6 of 2026, guys. What if that's our last day here on this earth? 6/6 of 26.
year. Now you know why I said to you earlier there's an urgency here.
Yeah. And the other year, is that Hebrew year?
By the new counting, I interpret that to be
The renumbering.
900 years from now.
Okay.
2,999 at 6 p.m. Also, be not fooled by the false prophet, spelled Profit. We checked it. And his clone, who will rise on the third day after his death. Clone?
Clone. Should know what that word even is. I know, we're just reading it.
Know this, in the beginning was the Word, and that Word was God. There was none before him, there was none after him. The Word is eternal.
And that concludes the scroll.
That's it.
And what do you think this means for us?
I think it's talking about right now. And I think 6/6/26 is right now.
I'm going to stop it right there, guys. I'm just going to leave you with a couple questions to think about, and you guys let me know in the comments what you guys think about this whole thing. What if we've been lied to our entire lives? What if Jesus was an alien? That would explain how we got here. Or do you think this is just some crazy dude with some photocopied papers? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Oh, thanks for stopping in. As you guys know, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, and if you could, share this out with as many people as you can. Until next time, much love. Stay lifted.